It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Titans and the Pats on Thursday night.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Matchup of a couple of teams, Greg, with one big thing in common. A new head coach from a season ago. These are always the seasons we want to see how they play out, how they can implement their plan going in.
And more often than not, Mike, as we all know, when you find yourself in position to make a coaching change, it's because the previous few seasons did not go according to plan. So the question is, did they find the...
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And our focus is on Chase Claypool, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return setup here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total is scary. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Patriots 47-yard line.
A give right side for Pacheco. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Levis sets up to throw here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was easy to hold on to. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
49's down, 22 Rita.
Levis to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Mike zero.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Chase Claypool. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Titans put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out come the Patriots here to get their first shot on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so Smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. To the air, May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To the left side into the hands of Odunze. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Titan defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? On the give here, Charbonnet. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Here's Charbonnet once again. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Throwing here is May. He'll get that to Charbonnet. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This just a 24-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Titans offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. Tackle made by Tyree Wilson. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 83 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Touchdown! Chase Claypool. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans add 6 to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll throw with May. Staying on his feet. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun, it's May. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8.
Hey, like 13.
Levis looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a 1st down. A handoff now for Pacheco. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And his big night continues on that last run. The yardage there going to move him over 100 yards now for the ball game. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Again, it's Pacheco. He'll get this down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. They try with Pacheco. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Levis. He finds his man, complete. That's Shelton. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be...
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is up to 18 now. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. To throw, it's May. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So the completion good for just 3. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On play action, May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Looking to throw, May. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. 127 yards for him on the ground, right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pacheco once again. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Levis. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Back to throw, it's Levis. That is caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Mike zero, Mike zero.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Levis. And it's caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Chase Claypool on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to add on to their first-half lead. Aubrey now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's May. Completes it to Douglas. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw now on first down. Throw right side, taken in by Adunze. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will hold at 22.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Hold on, like 90.
One final shot before the half. Here's Levis. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with a Titan. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back, halftime. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
29-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Like 49.
Second and 2.
Army, stand up. Hey, mayday.
Levis back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
Like 49.
Back to throw here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. 153 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Tyrell Dodson, the one to bring him down. 2nd and 5.
Hey, come on.
Here's Pacheco headed right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This is Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a run with Pacheco. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
49.
Levis sets up to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Titans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A 10-play drive that time. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. New England trying to get to place on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second and a couple. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Douglas. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on third down, it's May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the first down.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Douglas complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. And that is no good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
The Titans offense had quarterback Will Levis ready to go to work once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Levis to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Titans first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Right flank 4.
And they'll run with Pacheco. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Right flank 4. Right flank 4.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
To the air, May. That's complete. It's Jalen Polk. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. They'll throw with May. He finds his man, complete. It's Douglas. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Throwing here is May. He finds his man, complete. It's Douglas. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw, it's May. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack. They'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Pats have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Levis to throw off play action. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Levis looking to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Patriots are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They're going to throw. May. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. From the shotgun, it's May. He finds his man, complete. It's 4th. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Here's May. Completes it to Douglas. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Titans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time. But now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 197 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Levis. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hold on, like 90. Set.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Like 90.
Here's Levis. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Like 49. 22 Linda. 20. Out on.
They'll throw it again with Levis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Titans 1st down, and that should just about do it.
That's good for the Titans.
Like 49.
1st and 10 at the
Now Levis. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Open man completes it to Claypool. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
Like 46.
Pacheco will score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New England's offense set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're... These guys are not giving up anything. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, May with it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Here we go. Heroes down, 90 down, 49 Rita.
Levis to throw it. And Levis tosses his 3rd interception of the game. And the Pats are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talking about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
here. Great coverage downfield. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had them? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for the Titans, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, add another loss to the pile as they dropped it.